Stop staring at your character sheet. It can't save you. In BX Dungeons and Dragons, a first level character is one bad roll from being a corpse. One skeleton. One missed saving throw. Done. But the players who survive, the ones who walk out of the dungeon with gold while everyone else is making new characters, they figured out something the sheet never tells you. The real weapons are in your backpack. Today, I'm showing you 5 pieces of mundane gear that bypass traps, save lives, and never require a single dice roll. Because in old school D&D, your brain outperforms your stats every time. A bag of marbles. Cost practically nothing. Value potentially your life. You enter a room and something feels wrong. The floor looks flat, but does it tilt? Is there a pit seam you can't see? Don't guess. Don't roll. Scatter a handful of marbles across the stone flags. If they all drift left, the floor is uneven. Could be a drainage channel, could be the leading edge of a tilting slab trap. If one disappears into a crack between stones, well, you just found the pit without stepping on it. 0 dice. 0 skill checks. The dungeon told you the truth because you asked it correctly. Chalk. Chalk is your anti-death insurance policy. Hand mapping a dungeon is standard BX practice, but dungeons lie. Rotating rooms, teleportation traps, corridors that loop back on themselves by design. Without chalk, you're lost. With it, you mark every door on the side you came from. An X, an arrow, a simple scratch. If you see your own mark where it shouldn't be, the dungeon moved. Your map is wrong. You know this now before it kills you. And there's a second use most players miss entirely. Strange rune on an altar. Don't touch it. Don't even look at it too long. Lay a piece of scratch parchment flat against the stone and use your chalk to take a rubbing. Now you have a safe, portable copy of the magic inscription. Bring it to a sage. Let the sage take the risk of reading it. Information is power. Chalk turns a potentially lethal puzzle into a research problem you solve from the safety of a tavern. Now, here's one piece of gear every new player ignores. And it's the one that saves the party more often than any spell. Iron spikes and the hammer. Doors in BX don't cooperate. They don't stay open. They don't stay closed. And every 2 turns, the referee is rolling a wandering monster check behind that screen. You need to rest? You need 30 seconds to bind a wound before moving on? You can't just close the door and hope. You drive a spike into the frame beneath the door. Wedge it shut. Now whatever's prowling that corridor can rattle a handle all at once. It's not getting surprise on a resting party. But here's the move most players never think of. Spike a door open behind you before entering a dangerous room. Suspicious holes in the ceiling, bloodstains on the floor? Spike the door. If a pressure plate drops a stone block to seal you in, that iron spike is the gap you crawl back through. One piece of gear. Total control over 2 life or death situations. What about a small mirror? It's the only safe answer to a basilisk. Or, my recent video, a Medusa. Gaze attacks work on line of sight. A mirror doesn't give the creature line of sight to your eyes. It gives you a reflection. You see it without it seeing you. No saving throw required because you are never in the kill zone to begin with. But the everyday use matters just as much. You need to look around a corner. Option A, stick your face out into an unlit hallway. Option B, extend the steel mirror around the edge of the stone wall. Option A, get you killed. Option B shows you the goblin ambush party sitting behind their barricade before a single one of them hears your boots on the gravel. Information gathered. Surprise maintained. Hit points intact. That is what a pocket mirror does. The closer you stand to a trap, the more certain it is to kill you. And this is the core principle behind rope and twine. And once you understand it, you will never open a suspicious chest by hand again. Tie a length of rope to the iron latch. Walk 20 feet back around a corner. Pull. The needle fires. The poison gas erupts. The blade swings. All this happens in an empty hallway while you are behind a solid stone wall. Breathing clean air. Perfectly safe. Twine looped through a door handle pulls mysterious portals open from across the room. Tied to a lever, it lets you trigger mechanisms from a safe distance. It even works as a primitive tripwire alarm if you string it low enough across the doorway before your party rests. Distance is survival. Rope gives you distance. Notice what every one of these solutions has in common. Not one of them required you to look at your character sheet. Not your wisdom score, not your thief skills, not your spell slots. The rules of BX don't care who your character is. They care what you, the player, are actually describing at the table. This is the heart of old school play. The dungeon is a physical space with physical rules. When you engage it like an engineer instead of a menu scroller, it rewards you. It has to. Because those are the terms it was designed on. All right, 10-foot pole. What do you do with a 10-foot pole? You tap the ceiling. You tap the wall. You tap the floor in front of you. You look for tripwires. Piece of chalk, a steel mirror, a bag of marbles, a spike, and a hammer. All of these will keep you alive longer than a +1 sword. Every single time. If that clicked for you, I want to hear it in the comments. Tell me the cleverest use of mundane gear you've ever seen at a table, or the most creative way you've seen a player die because they forgot to pack rope. Folks, this is a collab with Joe the Lawyer and Joe Block, the Greyhawk Grognard. Their videos are linked below. You should watch them. Links are below also if you want to support what we do here at the tavern. Over 193? Well, maybe make that over 750 now. Members keeping the torches lit. Come join us. God bless. And I'll see you in the next one.